Squad. And Reckless. You know what I'm saying? MCDOK, baby. We came to do this. You heard? Alright, y'all. Welcome back. It's your boy. No, I'm back, man. Hey, check it out, y'all. Been in that booth getting it in, man. So, you know what I mean? I'm through now. I just got to still reorganize and get everything out there. Then I'm going to get it out there to y'all, whatever, so y'all can hear what I've been doing. Why I ain't been on the reactions. But now today, I'm back on the reactions. This one right here, man, is like Lil Wayne, basically. I see why he wasn't at the Verzuz, I guess, man, because all the time problems he had with Birdman, you know what I'm saying? But it seemed like they were cool and shit. But it was like, it was real little outside beef, you know what I'm saying, between like some of the members. So, you know, that would ruin a great Verzuz or whatever like that with your clique and them not showing up, you know, like on, let me see, No Limit. You know, Mystical was missing, you feel me? Due to allegations and stuff too. So people got to watch what they doing, man, and be more safe out there, man, so we can enjoy y'all music and enjoy y'all classics all together like how y'all started. And y'all let money like ruin that. But I'm gonna put all that to the side, man. We're gonna get to this video right quick. And this is just Lil Wayne, you know, in his own little way, you know, I guess, and throughout the group, they own little way of why Birdman broke up, you know what I'm saying, the Hot Boys. And it's like they all grown men, so they should be able to like put it back together regardless without Birdman. But it's like that. And then Birdman can be possibly another Diddy. So we about to see right now, man. Let's go.
It's a lot of moving parts with me and Wayne, and it's important to me that I fix that.
I met Turk, shout out to Turk, you little you ain't here, but you. We gon' you and we won't you. You heard me?
And the Hot Boys was you, Dooney, Sterling, and Mosquito.
Well, it was more than that, but everybody like started going to jail, started hanging out other places.
But y'all see this man. Y'all see what's going on. I think No Limit won. You know, that's my honest opinion. They was more organized. They was grown up about the situation.
You guys, it looks like Lil Wayne is done pretending everything's cool. After Birdman went off on Turk during the Cash Money vs. No Limit Verzuz, fans started reading between the lines, and Wayne's quiet reaction said everything. You could tell this hit deep, because remember, these weren't just label mates, these were brothers. The Hot Boys built each other up from nothing, and for years, Wayne defended Birdman like a father figure. But this time, the silence feels different, and honestly, it should, because when you look back at everything, the money issues, the lawsuits, the disses, it starts to feel like Birdman didn't just ruin friendships, he ruined the legacy that made Cash Money what it was. So today we're breaking down how Birdman went from being the man who created the Hot Boys to the reason they'll probably never be whole again. Now, the moment that set everything off happened at ComplexCon during the Cash Money vs. No Limit Verzuz on October 25th, 2025. Fans came expecting a throwback celebration, old hits, reunions, nostalgia.
No Limit,
but instead,
though. No
Birdman
Limit.
grabbed the mic and turned it into a scene nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, he yelled, "Shout out to Turk, you a lil B-word. You ain't here? We gonna F with you when we wanna F with you." The crowd froze. For a second, it felt like time stopped, then social media exploded. People started tagging Turk nonstop, reposting old interviews and asking the same thing. What happened this time? Turk went live later that night, calm but clearly done with the disrespect.
Birdman. I understand our language, you feel me? But I got to say this with me. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Y'all know y'all can't with me when y'all wanna with me. And I just wanna leave it at that, man. Like we gotta stop sending out these mixed messages to people, cause y'all, you know, don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? Respectfully.
And that line right there, "Give me my percentage," hit like a truth bomb. Because this wasn't just ego or hurt feelings. This was about money, loyalty, and promises that never got kept. That's when fans started connecting the dots. If Turk's still fighting for his cut, maybe Birdman's been playing the same game all along. And while everyone else was reacting online, Wayne stayed quiet, which somehow said even more.
But it's all love, though. We ain't doing no tripping over here. Big YNT, man. You know, YNT. That's what's going on over here.
To understand how deep this goes, you gotta go back before Cash Money. The name Hot Boys wasn't some marketing idea. It started way back in the late 80s in New Orleans Magnolia projects, and it had nothing to do with music. The original Hot Boys were real street figures: Sterling, Donnie, Mosquito, and Terrence Gangsta Williams, Birdman's older brother. These guys ran the city. They were feared, respected, and dangerous. Their name carried weight long before anyone had even touched a studio mic. But the story turned dark fast. One by one, they were killed or locked up. Only Gangsta Williams survived long enough to see Birdman flip the name into a brand.
He was Hot Boy there was one of the first ones in the city that had a little backpack with the money and all that in the city. But yeah, his best friend killed him.
So when Birdman later used Hot Boys for his new rap group, it wasn't random. It was calculated. He took something born in the streets and turned it into an empire. And in a way, that legacy became both a blessing and a curse. By the mid-1990s, Birdman and his brother Slim had officially turned Cash Money into a label. And to make it work, they needed a crew that represented New Orleans the same way the original Hot Boys did the streets. Enter Lil Wayne, Juvenile, Turk, and BG, the new age Hot Boys. They had the look, the hunger, and the energy.
Besides that, you got the Wayne, Drake, Nicki, the Hot Boys. Before that, the Ross, f***ing Cali, all them niggas come from under my umbrella. Every last one of them niggas. Ain't too many niggas ain't been up under my umbrella. If they say it or don't say it, all them niggas come from me.
Birdman saw dollar signs. He marketed them like legends before they even hit the charts. Suddenly, the new Hot Boys were on every mixtape, every stage, wearing flashy jewelry, driving luxury cars, and preaching loyalty to Baby. It worked. Albums like Get It How You Live and Guerrilla Warfare turned them into superstars, but that loyalty came with a price. Birdman made sure he was the one in charge of everything. Contracts, royalties, publishing. He owned the dream, and they just lived in it. Now, at first, nobody questioned it. Birdman was the boss, the father figure, the provider. But once the checks started rolling in and numbers stopped adding up, cracks started to show. Juvenile left first, complaining about missing payments. BG followed, calling Birdman a crook. Turk got locked up, and when he came home, he realized the money he thought he had waiting didn't exist. Through all this, Wayne stayed. He defended Birdman on interviews, called him Pops, and refused to say anything bad. But deep down, even he started noticing things weren't adding up. Birdman wasn't just the CEO, he was the gatekeeper. And the moment you questioned him, your career froze. Wayne might have been the youngest, but he was smart. He saw what happened to the others, and slowly, he started preparing his own exit, one that would change hip-hop forever.
At the time, it was impossible to have any type of genuine or real feelings. I was on stage. I was in performance mode. I was trying to think about the words for the next song. Honestly, so I was just trying to make sure he didn't say it at a time where it was my verse and I messed up a line or something like.
So by 2015, Wayne couldn't take it anymore. He filed a $51 million lawsuit against Birdman's Cash Money records. He said he was owed an $8 million advance, plus another $2 million when Thaw Carter Fi was done. On top of that, Birdman allegedly failed to pay profits from Wayne's own label, Young Money Entertainment. Basically, Birdman was pocketing the profits while Wayne kept the brand alive. Birdman denied everything, saying he never held Wayne's music hostage. But behind the scenes, Wayne was furious. His biggest project, Thaw Carter Fi, got delayed for years because of those same business issues. In 2018, they reached a settlement rumored to be well over $10 million. But Birdman later bragged that he gave Wayne $400 to $500 million, which no one believed. So even though they hugged it out for the cameras, fans knew that peace was only surface level.
How you, man?
What's up, what's up?
I'm Booling. How you, good?
You already know, bro.
Yeah, man. How little B? How Bria?
Man, fine, good, man. Graduated from college, man.
I know, man.
Got his own little spot, you heard me?
Man, what, man?
We'll graduate next year, bro. You heard me? You know they all.
Now, to be fair, Birdman has tried to defend himself, at least publicly. He's claimed for years that everyone got paid and that people just don't understand the business. He even said he's given Wayne hundreds of millions from Universal's distribution deals. But every time he talks numbers, they never match the receipts.
I can honestly say I gave Wayne about $400 to $500 million. Drake got about $500 million, and Nicki got about $300-400 million out my pocket. No cap.
Even worse, he keeps flaunting his lifestyle, private jets, diamond watches, expensive gifts, while most of his former artists are either rebuilding their lives or still waiting for proper royalties. And that's the part that stings the most. Birdman built an empire on loyalty and family, but when the money started talking, that family disappeared. And just when things started quieting down, here comes Gangsta Williams. In 2022, Birdman's older brother, the original Hot Boy, got released from prison after serving over 23 years. His release shocked everyone, including Birdman. Gangsta started doing interviews talking about the real Hot Boys, the street ones, and the truth behind Cash Money's beginnings.
Well, the Hot Boys, the actual street crew.
Okay.
What year did that come together?
1994, we all started hanging together, but we knew each other from, like, me and Mosquito. We kind of grew up together.
And the Hot Boys was you, Dooney, Sterling, and Mosquito.
But it was more than that, but everybody like started going to jail, started hanging out other places.
He basically confirmed what fans already felt. Birdman used the Hot Boys' name, their reputation, and even parts of their story to build his label, but never gave proper credit. And when people asked Birdman how he felt about his brother coming home, he acted like Gangsta didn't even exist. That silence spoke volumes. It showed that loyalty only works one way in Birdman's world. So here we are, almost 30 years later, and the legacy of the Hot Boys still sits in limbo. BG is finally out of prison, Juvenile still performs solo, Turk is doing interviews calling out Birdman, and Wayne, he's too rich and too scarred to ever look back. Fans keep begging for a reunion, but let's be real, the wounds are too deep. Birdman might have built the brand, but he also broke the bond. The Hot Boys weren't just a rap group, they were a brotherhood that represented loyalty, struggle, and survival. But when money and pride got in the mix, everything fell apart. And now that Birdman's back throwing disses, it's clear this story isn't over. Because every time Wayne goes silent, every time Turk speaks up, and every time Birdman brags online, we're reminded that behind the hits and the money was a family that never healed. So the real question now is, if Birdman still owes them millions, what else does he owe them that money can't buy?
All right, y'all. So there you go right there. It's basically like, you know what I'm saying? You got to just watch everybody around you at all times, especially when it comes to business and money-making moves, man. I'm up out of here, man. Coolest dude on YouTube. You know what I mean? Be good. Be loyal to your folks. Anybody that you know that you claim your friend, that you love, stay loyal to them. Don't never deceive them. And then that's the type of people we need on earth, man. We up out of here. Coolest dude on YouTube.